static files to our project. So static files are things like images or CSS files or JavaScript files. And when we do this, we want to link them to our project. So we're going to take a look at how we do this in Django. The first thing we need to do is actually create a static directory. So let's go back to our Hello World app. And in the app level folder, again, not the project level, but the app level, I'm going to create a new folder called static. Inside this folder, you can create some additional folder structure if you're planning to have CSS files and image files and JavaScript files. For now, let's just go with only CSS files. So I'm going to create a folder inside static called CSS. Inside the CSS folder, let's go ahead and create a file called style.css. And for the purposes of this, we'll just do some really simple styling for H1 tags. Let's just make the color of them blue, just to demonstrate what we're doing here. So what we need to do to actually have this HTML file be linked to the style file is a couple of things. One is in Django projects, we have to have this load static line. So we're going to take this line and we'll go ahead and throw it in our header. It doesn't really matter where on the page this is, but putting it in the head makes sense. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab this linking of the style sheet. So I'm going to grab this link right here. You can see there's some examples here of how you would do this for a JavaScript file or for an image. So you can use that as an example. And I'm going to put this also in my header. Now you'll notice that the directory here says css/style.css because it's assuming that I've created this internal CSS folder. If I hadn't created that internal folder, this would just look like this. Okay, so we're going to now test if this works. So let's make sure my project is running. This is on my hello world, which was my index route. So we'll go to localhost 8000. And we don't see the change yet, but this is a static file, remember, so sometimes we have to reload our static resources. So I'm going to do a hard refresh with a Command-Shift-R. Still not seeing the changes, so let's just double check my work here. So we did our load static. We put the link in there. Let's actually just try turning this off and on again, as we sometimes have to do. And we'll hard refresh. There we go. So like I said, if it doesn't work and you can't find anything wrong with what you did, try turning it off and on again, and oftentimes that will fix the issue. So there's my styling linked to my HTML.